gotta check you guys out. I really do. I gotta see what's happening.
There we go. How many ghouls do you see? I mean, you take the glasses off, a lot of them look like ghouls too. So, thank you. I don't even know how to put into words our gratitude for you being here. This feels so special and so full circle. Thank you.
Fun, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's really nice.
As I said, there was no question what the theme of this Alamo Draft House would be, going back to 7 years ago. And it was funny because when the theater opened in 2018, we reached out, and thankfully you were busy. You were touring, you were making music, you were starting to score the Halloween trilogy, and so you were too busy. You were very sweet to send us a Don't Talk video, which we'll see tonight. But we also heard that if it was anywhere near March, you would absolutely say no. And why is that?
NBA. Now, I gotta ask you guys, you have a team here in Dallas. Where are they, this person? Come on now. They're a good team. They're really a good team. Are they?
But yeah, we were told if it's anywhere near March, he's in his Barca Lounge or his lazy boy watching March Madness. So I'm so glad this is in May and not March, and we could get you here. And these fine folks are going to watch They Live tonight. It's very hard to pare down 2 John Carpenter movies. We could do a whole marathon, but we had to pick 2. And it kind of felt appropriate to show They Live and The Thing, because I would say out of your entire filmography, they are the 2 that are unfortunately more horrifying today than they ever have been. The Thing became this weird pandemic era movie as we were all cooped up and escaping a killer virus, and then They Live is horrifying for a whole nother reason with politics, unfortunately. So what is it like now especially because those weren't necessarily the biggest hits when they came out at the box office. What is it now 40 years later to see these movies and how they kind of resonate in pop culture?
It's great. I mean, yeah, it's fabulous. They Live it opened #1, and it featured a wrestler, Roddy Piper.
Woo!
But, and it featured a fight that went on for a long time. It was, I just was screaming out about what had happened to my country. I mean, Reaganism, and anyway, I don't want to get into that. You can see it all here on the big screen. Let me ask you guys something. You can tell me. What's it like in Texas in terms of your politics?
Honestly,
what's going on here?
I would probably take the society in the movie over the one that's in Texas right now, actually.
Don't you have a famous governor here? Sorry, I did it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, that's why we love your movies. But now here we are, still celebrating these movies. They Live was a hit, The Thing not as much, but it is as celebrated and vindicated as ever. What is it like to kind of be here where you're having a movie theater? I mean, you were a kid growing up going to movies and movie theaters. What's it like to have a movie theater named after you?
Fabulous, dude.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Now let's ask him something.
All right, let's go to y'all. Let's take it out to y'all. Yes, right here.
What does he think about the street nearby here called John Carpenter? Is it freeway?
We'll get that. Well, yeah, we'll get there. That's why the theater is named after John Carpenter. We'll get there.
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
Fucking fabulous, man.
Because we all pretend that it's this John Carpenter and not an old 1800s Dallas dead guy, right? Yeah.
I grew up here, and I always thought when I was a little kid, I thought it was named for you. I had no idea.
We'll get there. Yes, sir, right there.
Hello. What was one of your best studio experiences of all the movies you've made, working with big studios and little
Studios, oh wow. Well, up until we finished the movie and they saw what they had, Universal was really great to me. Then they saw the movie and they thought, oh really? Is it about the end of the world? It's depressing? And why can't it be like Jaws?
Yeah, right here.
Who was more fun to work with, Kurt Russell or Roddy Piper?
Roddy Piper!
Kurt's been my bud for a long, long time. I love Roddy. Roddy came from a different world, okay? Wrestling is a very different world than movies. So there were challenging moments, but we did great. He did great. He did a great job. Proud of him.
But you were kind of the first director to do that, like long before The Rock and John Cena, to take a pro wrestler and put him as the lead. Yeah, you were the first to do that.
But the roll call for a working poor guy.
Yeah.
And Roddy fit the bill. I mean, it was perfect. So.
Yeah.
There we go.
Absolutely. Yeah,
There we go.
right down front.
That big fight sequence, how much influence did Roddy have on the choreography?
Well, it was the fight sequence was rehearsed over a month period. It was Keith David, Roddy Piper, and Jeff Amata, my stuntman. They all contributed. Everybody contributed. Roddy had a bunch to do with it, and I just wanted a suplex in there.
Yeah, right there. Hi.
Hi, sir. Of all the roles you've played in film, which did you enjoy the most and which did you find the most challenging?
Your acting career.
My acting?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Body bags.
Body bags, I guess, is my favorite. I mean, I got to, anyway. But yeah, the others were I was just stooges, I was a helicopter guy and this guy. But thank you for asking. That's a nice question.
We love you in front of the camera as much as we love you behind it. Yeah, right here. Yeah, right there.
What frightens John Carpenter?
Ooh, what frightens John Carpenter? That's a great question.
No. Never mind. Real life.
There you go. Yeah.
I hate to say it, but the world right now, by the way, look around, it's pretty terrifying out there.
Yeah.
And there's a war going on, a brutal, ugly war. And the stuff in Syria has not ended. That guy, Bashar al-Assad, is still starving his people. Look at what's going on in Washington. You know what happens next week if we don't pay our debt? We're fucked. I mean, look at what's happening. That all scares the hell out of me. Movies? Nah.
Thank you.
Yeah, right here.
With Keith David in town this weekend, are you guys gonna get any beers or anything?
I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah, we'll go right here.
How heavy was Psycho on the influence of Halloween?
Well, lightly it was, but you can't make a horror movie without thinking about Psycho. That's the granddaddy of all slasher films.
Yeah.
And it has just some incredible scenes in it.
The Hatfield?
What's that? Yeah, I know. Well, I know.
Yes, right here in the middle.
With Michael being such an iconic character, what do you think is missing with modern day horror film characters that leave a lasting impression on the brain?
Well, there are a lot of great horror movies being made, man. You know that UFO movie that Jordan Peele made? That's a pretty extraordinary movie. So, I don't want to criticize anybody else, only Rob Zombie. I'll criticize
I hope somebody got that one. Oh,
we
man.
don't want to go there.
Jordan paid you a very nice compliment because after Nope came out, somebody said, "What is it like to be the greatest horror filmmaker of all time?" And he said, "I don't know. Ask John Carpenter." So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Let's take a few more. We'll go right here. Yeah. Yeah.
Quick question. I own a toy store in Houston called Misfit Toys. How long do we have to wait until we get a John Carpenter action figure?
Oh, a John Carpenter action figure.
Oh, well, there is one. I have it at home. Yeah. It's this little old guy, balding guy in a suit, me. Yeah, it's a Master of Horror, John Carpenter action figure.
There you go. Is it one of one?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Hey, try Funko. You know that company?
We're very familiar. We're very familiar here today.
Oh, I have a Funko. You can get along with that.
There's probably a few fans in the room.
Theater serves you food. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, now it's your theater, so if you want some food, you can get some.
No.
You can honestly show up and just like bark orders. You can write the movie schedules if you want.
Can I give you a milkshake?
You can get a milkshake.
Wow.
Yeah. You can say.
Get the man a milkshake.
Anybody else want
You can
to
say,
ask
no,
me
we're not
anything?
playing that Rob Zombie movie. This is my movie theater. We'll go in the back. Couple more, and then we'll. Yeah. Yeah.
They Live is one of those really famous, overtly political films and horror. Are there any other movies that you really loved that were overtly about the politics of their time that you could
Let me
recommend?
think about that. I don't really. Do you have any ideas? I don't know.
Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. Yeah.
I suppose that was.
Do you mean specific to horror or just like
Well, specific to horror or just any
Politics
movies that
that
have
involve
like a
inspired you?
Manchurian
politics.
Candidate?
I can't think of one that was that
based on the
overt. I
Bible?
really can't.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take these last couple. Yeah, right here.
What was the hardest part about filming the fog?
Oh,
Doing
the
what?
fog. Thank you for that fog question. So, what was the hardest part about filming the fog?
The fog itself. It comes out of a machine, and it's like you put in something called fog juice, and out comes the smoke. And unfortunately, when you're shooting outside, there's something called the wind, and it moves. We had to shoot one scene in reverse.
Yeah.
And with Jamie Lee and Tom Atkins are driving down the street. It's all in reverse because it was going the wrong direction. It's a nightmare.
Just no one all night in either theater has asked a Big Trouble in Little China question. Can someone please ask that, and I will call on you. Does anyone? Yep. Okay, you got one. Yeah, go.
Next time The Rock comes to you to ask about that new version or remake, can you tell him to please walk away again?
Well, no, he may be carrying a check with him.
That is another one of your movies that was kind of like, it was so genre-bending and it wasn't quite misunderstood, but it's become, it's certainly my favorite. How do you look back on Big Trouble in Little China
I
now?
love making that damn movie.
Yeah.
All right. I have to go eat some dinner tonight and watch the rest of the ball game. So, you guys are the greatest here. Thank you so much.
So, we're going to get you out of here, but we have one last thing. I'm going to bring up Taylor Smith from Alamo Drafthouse and Jordan Michael, who tonight is Jordan Michael Myers. Bring him up. Give him a round of applause. We're going to talk about the building dedication here tonight.
We might have done this once before. So, James talked a little bit about it, but there's John Carpenter Freeway, and 6 years ago, we minted the lease on this place, and we found out that it was John Carpenter Freeway. A bunch of movie lovers sitting in a room were like, well, duh, we're gonna fill this thing with John Carpenter posters and everything else. And he's talked to you about the journey, so we don't need to get into it, but I wanted to present you, sir, with this plaque. And I'm gonna read the words on the plaque for everybody here, so y'all can see it. It's very heavy, the structure. This is the John Carpenter Cinema. Everyone's entitled to one good scare. From babysitter slashers to pirate ghosts to shape-shifting monsters to subliminal aliens, writer, director, composer, John Carpenter has entertained and terrified generations of film lovers with genre classics like a very long list of films. We'll get to the end. Because of his incalculable influence on cinema, as of Thursday, May 25th, 2023, this Alamo Drafthouse Cinema shall hereby and forevermore be known as the John Carpenter Cinema.
One comment. You misspelled generation.
No, I didn't. We checked it twice. That'd be a big mistake.
Sorry about that.
Let me just double check. I always read it backwards. No, yeah, it's there. The hard part was getting the right day. So we're gonna do a little ribbon cutting.
Okay.
As you do with types of things.
Yeah, so we did this when we had to do this when we opened in 2018, but we thought it was ceremonial to do it again. We thought it was appropriate instead of red, we did orange. Oh shit, did you, scissors? Did you bring scissors? We need something sharp. Does anyone have anything sharp? Oh, fuck. Oh no, this guy definitely has something sharp. It's Michael Myers! Given that we're celebrating John Carpenter, we had to have his first child with us here tonight. Give it up for Michael Myers, everyone! Bringing us something very sharp, which I am afraid to actually take. Could I please have that knife, sir? Handle first and not in my guts. All right, thank you. I de-weaponized Michael Myers. All right, here we go. You, sir, please do the honors. Be careful, that is sharp.
Hang on now, kid.
Woo! Woo! Henceforth, this shall be known as John Carpenter Cinema! And no longer some old dead guy from Dallas! Since we all thought it was this John Carpenter all along anyway!
Thank you very much, guys. Have a great night.
We have one more thing, special surprise for you. We're gonna do a photo. That's what these are for. Put these on.